Hello again. So today I'm going to be reviewing and doing 3 eyeshadow looks with this palette right here. And this is the SHEGLAM Cloud 9 eyeshadow palette. It's a 9-pan eyeshadow palette. You open it up and it does have this plastic cover. It does not have a mirror, and this is what it looks like. The original price is $6 on Shein, and I got it for less because I used a 20% off coupon. And it just feels like this one is very out of place, but we'll see. Alright, so this eyeshadow palette has 4 mattes. Okay, so it's this one and these 3 down here mattes. And then it has 4 shimmers, which are the ones in the middle, and this one up here. Those are shimmers. And then you have a glitter, and it's like snowflakes. You can see right there, it's like snowflakes. Now I am going to swatch it. I'm going to swatch it on my fingers. So right here I have the top row. This is Soap Opera. This center one right here is Extra Fizzy, and the one right here is Pony Ride. Right, this is the second row right here, and we have this one, which is Carnival. Then we have Heyday in the middle, and then we have Bubblegum. All right, so the blue one is definitely like a sky blue. Then the one in the middle, although it looks white on the pan, on my finger it kind of looks like whitish golden. And then the other one is pink. Bubblegum is pink. Okay, and the bottom row is this one, and this one. And the blue one is Blue Raspberry, the purple is called Spell, and the pink one is called Lollipop. Alright, so I'm going to begin with look number 1. First look is called Lilac Dream, and I'm going to start out with Spell, which is this one down here. I'm going to be applying Spell to the crease and to the outer lid. These are going to be very subtle looks because these eyeshadows are very much very light colors. Okay, now I'm going to add Pony Ride, which is this one right here on the top, and I'm going to be using Pony Ride on the lid. Okay, so now I'm going to grab Spell again down here, this one down here, and I am going to add that shade to my lower lash line. So the other day I went out with my husband on a date and actually did this look. I was wearing a sky blue dress, and I did this look, and it looked very pretty. I loved it. So now I'm going to grab Extra Fizzy, which is this purple right up here in the middle, and that is supposed to be a shimmery shade. So I am going to grab it with like a little bit of a flatter sort of brush, and it's called Extra Fizzy. Look, this is how it looks. So I'm gonna swipe that on my lid, mostly to the center and the inner part. Now I'm gonna grab it with my finger. It looks like so. And I'm just gonna add it like this. And I don't know why, but this reminds me of like the early 2000s, late 90s. Like very Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, like when they started singing, Mandy Moore. That's what this look reminds me of. Okay, so let me finish the rest of my eye makeup and I'll be back. I put on my eye makeup, I put on some lipstick, and now I am going to blend just a little bit. It's more like diffuse the top of it, although it's like so light that it is barely noticeable. Like the line is barely noticeable. I am still diffusing just in case, because in person you might not see it, but on the camera, like, everything shows. Okie dokie. So this is finished look number 1, Lilac Dream. Now on to look number 2. Okay, so look number 2 is called Rose Colored Glasses. I am going to start out with Lollipop, which is the matte pink in the corner. And as I told you before, look how pretty. As I told you before, this doesn't have a mirror, so I have to keep looking at the camera to be able to see myself. I am going to diffuse it just a little bit on the top area. I'm gonna use this brush again. I don't know why I keep using this brush. It's kind of big, but it's really soft and it's really pretty. I think I got this one at the Dollar Tree, and it has these cute little jewels kind of on the inside, and I think that is so pretty. So that's why I keep using this one. And honestly, I don't know what else to use it for. So I'm gonna use it to diffuse. Now I am going to grab Pony Ride. This one in the corner, the matte, the very matte, kind of like mauvey, very light mauvey shade. I'd say it's kind of a mix between a lilac, lavender, and a pink, so it's mauve. And I am going to be using that in the inner, right here, on the inner crease. I'm gonna grab Bubblegum, which is right on top of Lollipop, and it is a shimmery pink shade, and I am going to be using that shimmery pink shade on my lid. First I'm gonna do it with the brush just so I can get a little more like in the corner right there, and then I am going to be doing it with my finger like so, because you can see the big difference in how shimmery it is when you do it with your finger versus when you do it with a brush. So that is the reason why I'm using my finger. And yeah, that's what it looks like. On my lower lash line, I'm gonna be using Spell again, and it hasn't really come off. It's still there from before, although I kind of like try to take it off. It's still kind of there. So like I said, very subtle looks today. At least these two first ones, they're quite subtle. All right, so this is finished look number 2. On to look number 3. All right, so on to look number 3, and look number 3 is called Deep Freeze. I'm going to start with Blue Raspberry, which is the shade down here, and I am going to be grabbing that shade and putting it right here on my lid. I am doing it very, very softly. Like, I don't want it to get patchy on me, and they do have a lot of fallout. So, but it is pretty pigmented. So even though I am like barely touching the pan and then I am tapping it, it's still going on pretty well. So with these colors like these, I rather build them up than like go strong, because then they usually get patchy. But I don't know if this one's gonna get patchy. It's just that I'm scared that it's gonna get patchy. And you know what's harder is that I do have wrinkles. Like, I have skin that is not firm anymore, and so when I try to go like this, it doesn't really work if I'm like trying to go like that, like opening, kind of closing my eyes a little bit so I can see better. It doesn't really work because, as you can see, like on this side, it creates like creases. So that's not helping. And then in the camera, it looks like it's patchy right here, but in reality, it's just like a shadow because I do have like hooded eyelids a little bit. So it kind of like creates a shadow, like if it was patchy, but it's not patchy, it's just the shadow. Now I'm going to grab Carnival, which is the one right on top of it. That kind of like aqua shimmer that's above Blue Raspberry, and I'm going to add this right here to my lid, like to my inner lid, up to like maybe 2/3 of the way out. I'm not gonna add it to all my lid. I'm gonna go ahead and diffuse a little bit at the top. Now I'm going to grab Extra Fizzy, which is the purple up here, and it's a shimmer, and I'm going to add that to my lower lash line. This is gonna be a very shimmery look. You can barely see it. On the camera you could barely see it, but it's there. And I hadn't taken off Spell, so Spell was still there. So if you're trying to recreate this look, just know that you have to put on Spell first and then Extra Fizzy. And I'm going to grab Heyday, and Heyday is the one in the center, and Heyday is gonna go right here, just to kind of like waken up that inner eye. All right, so what I'm going to do right now is something that I normally don't do, but I'm going to do it because I feel like it might add a little bit of interest to my look. So I am going to grab Soap Opera, which is this one right here. And you know how many people tell you not to use glitters on your eyes? Well, I think that sometimes I'll use them, but I am very careful. And I feel like if you don't want to do it, like, don't do it. Like, they can fall into your eye. Like, I've had glitter, like one piece of glitter fall into my eyeball and it hurt, and you can scratch your cornea. So what I'm doing is kind of like adding it right here, which is kind of like this area right here. Kind of like if it was a highlighter. like so. That's what I'm doing. And this has the most beautiful sparkles. And I think that this is so pretty if you're going to take pictures or something like that. I think that that will look really nice. So the other idea that I have is to use a glitter primer like this one right here from NYX. And add the glitter primer wherever you want your glitter to go. So let me see, where can I put it? So let me show you, just so you have an idea like what it looks like. What's the difference between one thing and the other one? Like if you use a glitter primer versus not using a glitter primer. It's basically a glitter glue. So I'm going to use it on this side, although I already put some glitter there. But see, now it's sticking to my finger. So I put it right there. And I am going to show you the difference between one and the other. All right, now I'm going to add it with it might not be like a huge difference in the way you see it on camera, but it's a huge difference in how long it's going to stay on your face, on your skin. And this type of glitter, I mean, if you don't use it on your eyes, you could use it like somewhere else on your face. You could use it on your body, like if you want to put it like right here, like on clavicle, like the clavicle area. If you want to put it like on your arm, on your shoulder, I think that that would look really pretty. And this is final look number 3. All right, so that was look number 3. This palette, I really enjoyed it. I think that it's really cute if you don't have any pastel palettes. Like, this is a nice option. Like I said, it was not very expensive whatsoever. It was like less than $6 if you use a coupon, and $6, it's the original price unless they have it on sale. And these colors are super, super cute. I think that this color story definitely works. Like I said before, like I really thought that this one right here was gonna be like bright blue, like in your face, sort of light, like bright blue, but it is not whatsoever. It's actually very pastel-y as well. And it's definitely pastel if you just put a little bit, and then you can build it up. I feel like all of these you could kind of build up, some more than others, but if you're a person that really likes subtle eyeshadows, this is it. Like, this is really nice. As far as fallout, you know what's interesting? I feel like when I first started tapping my brush into them, they had some fallout on the pan, but the more I did it, the less it was picking up like a lot of like loose powder, and so that's good. I guess it was just like the top layer, but once I tapped it and put it on my eye, it wasn't falling out whatsoever. It was like, it wasn't like coming to the bottom or anything. It's not getting me like dirty anywhere else, so that's good. And even when I put on that blue one that's like really strong, it still wasn't like falling down here. You know, whatever came down here is whatever I put down there. So I really like that. Yeah, that's it for this palette review and the 3 looks. Let me know which of these looks was your favorite. Was it number 1, Lilac Dreams? Was it number 2, Rose Colored Glasses? Or was it number 3, which was Deep Freeze? Thanks for watching. Have a great day and stay safe out there. Bye.